Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's new video, I want to share my experience buying tissue culture plants from a local UK seller. I've always been curious about what's going on with the local plant market in the UK. So I ordered two plants from a local suppliers. It's a small private lab. I won't name them, but I want to share a few thoughts that came up. Plant 1, Florida Beauty. It arrives sealed in a double bag. The plant inside look a bit tired, and what bothers me is the liquid inside the outer bag. The combo feels weird. I haven't seen that before. It looks like the inner bag might be not properly sealed. So I'm going to try taking bacterial samples. Let's look at the roots. You can see it has root primordia, basically early root starts. And it looks like it was taken as an explant from another plant that can be growing in the culture. That's a very common approach in Thai labs. Second plant, Philodendron Snowdrift Variegated. It is variegated, but look at it. It looks really exhausted, maybe stressed, maybe sick. I don't know yet. I will try to save it too. It feels like it lived in the bags for a long time. It has only one or two leaves that looks normal. Up here there's some unclear contaminations on the surface. I don't like that. And again, you see that liquid. What is the liquid? My guess is the bag wasn't fully sealed, so something got in. My rescue plan. Based on past experience, this gel medium can sometimes include antibiotics, meaning it can slow down contaminations but not always remove it completely. So, my plan is to take both plants out and rinse them for a while in diluted ppm plus distilled water mix. ppm, it's a plant preservative mixture. It's basically a broad antimicrobe helper people use in plant tissue culture to reduce contaminations. The idea is to wash out leftover gel and do a gently surface clean without stressing the plant. After that, I'll move them into my own fresh medium. I'll keep stronger contamination control at the start because I really don't want this stuff spreading in my jars. So, the first couple of days I will keep them warm with low light and only then move them under the proper light, just to reduce stress. One more important thing I do. I'll take samples of this gel and this mystery liquid and put them onto Petri dishes. That lets me check the cleanliness of this liquid separately. Even if antibiotics are present and things look quiet, if there is contamination hiding in here, this can help reveal it. I use Petri dishes both to track the source of contaminations and as general lab cleanliness check. Another way I use them, I leave an open Petri dishes under my airflow for a while and then see if anything grows. It's not a perfect science, but it gives me feedback on whether my workspace has a contamination problem. Today is February 8th. Let's check those two plants I bought from the UK suppliers. How are they doing? Snowdrift. What do we see? Oh wow, one leaf is hit by mold. The plant arrived already damaged, and now you can see a result. One leaf clearly already had contaminated. I'm doing to remove that leaf and transfer the plant into a new clean jar with fresh media. Florida Beauty. So far this one looks more or less okay. No obvious contamination yet. Was the medium contaminated? Here we have two test jars, one from Snowdrift and one from Florida Beauty. Well, Snowdrift was contaminated both inside the bag and in the liquid. Florida Beauty had contaminations inside the inner bag, but the liquid in the outer bag didn't show contaminations. That's awful. I can only make one conclusion here. These UK suppliers show nice photo in the shops, but they are likely reselling plant coming from Thailand, because I've seen this exact pattern before with plant suppliers from labs. These plants aren't cheap, but they arrived contaminated. And then you have to invest time and resources just to try to save them. And it makes you questions. Is it worth buying locally if what you want is a clean, healthy plant that will live with you long term? Because, yeah, this is pretty bad. I'm carefully transferring Snowdrift into a new jar. There is only damaged leaf left. I'll probably remove that one too. So, here is the result. I move Snowdrift into a fresh jar. Finger crossed it survives. I also want to say one thing about Petri dishes, because they are basically the one way I have to test contaminations independently in small home lab. I need constant feedback on what I'm doing, and I need to separate my mistake from external problems. Here it is very clear the plant arrived contaminated, and I don't have to blame myself like maybe I was somewhere. This kind of self-check is honestly important. So, I keep you posted on what happens with these plants in a couple of weeks. Thank you for watching this video.